guys, so because I'm here and not really doing anything else with my life, I figured I'd go ahead and start with the Patrick Ta stuff. Oh, wait a second. Hi, hello, how are you? The other video that was up on Tuesday is the first part of this one, just explaining everything that happened over the past couple of months, why I haven't been making any new videos. So anyway, as I said, in that video, I do have a bunch of new things to try. One of them was the Patrick Ta collection. I did go ahead and get the new eyeshadow palette that they debuted. 2 of the blush combos. They're cream and powder blushes in one, as well as one of the bronzing. I don't know what, there's a powder in there also. I don't know if both of them are powders or both of them are bronzers, or one is a bronzer and the other one is like a contour or something. I think that's what it might be. But anyway, so that's what we're doing today. So here is the palette. I haven't bought an eyeshadow palette in so long. I don't think that I'm the only one. But there was something about this brand that just kind of appealed to me. I've been looking at it for quite some time on the Sephora website. I didn't actually get it from Sephora. I went to the brand page and got it there. Yo, someone gave me a Sephora gift card for my birthday, and I am very grateful for it. But in going onto the website and trying to figure out what to get, I realized I haven't bought anything from Sephora in so long that I was so lost. But anyway, so this is the Major Dimension 2 palette. She looks like this. Y'all can see my amateur getup in that. The shades are labeled on the back of the palette right here. And like I said, there was something about this brand that I saw on the website, on the Sephora website, and I was just very intrigued by it. Everything looks really nice and simple, but it's also really shiny and pretty. So it's like a great dichotomy as far as I'm concerned. Oh. So the phone that I usually use to look up information went kaput just now, so I can't look up the information, but I will put the pricing and stuff up here. But I'm gonna be honest with you. This is what the palette looks like, and I'll be completely honest with you. I got this palette for this shade right here, but y'all probably already know that. This shade right here and this shade. Well, no, 1, 2, 3. These are the 3 shades that made me, no, not that one. This shade and this shade are the shades that made me want this palette, and then I went ahead and got it because I saw these afterwards and I was like, oh my god. So let me give you some of the powder. Oh my god, these are so soft. Oh wow, they are really pigmented. My fingers are stained. Yikes. Well, I guess it's a good thing that I have eyeshadow primer down. Alright, so these are the shades from top to bottom, is from left to right, and that's what they look like. Those are all the matte shades. They're super pigmented. They're kind of warm, which, you know, I sort of expected, but they're like rosy warm, so I can deal with those a little bit better than the regular kind of warm type terracotta kind of shadows. So I'm not mad. There are 2 cream shadows. I'm not going to use those today. I've become the girl that only wears 2 eyeshadow shades on her lids just because I can't be bothered. Honestly, that's really what it is. Let me give you some swatches of, my god, these metallics. Dear Jesus. Oh my god. They're multi-tonal and multi-dimensional, and I am dying right now. Ugh. So the quality of these metallics, oh my god, that gold. So here are the metallics, left to right, top to bottom. So top to bottom is left to right in the palette. So the quality of these metallics leads me to believe that they would go on equally as well with a brush as they would with fingers, which is always a good thing. Like I said, I will go ahead and put the prices up here to my right because my phone decided that it wanted to go kaput right now. I forgot to give you swatches of the two cream shadows. Like, I'm not a huge fan of cream shadows simply because, yeah, these are like very emollient, but they're very cool toned and I'm digging that. So they would be a good base. So these are what the two cream shadows look like. I like that top one a lot. You know I would. So like I said, I have become that girl who is only really interested in putting at the most 2 shadows on her eyelids because I just cannot be bothered. And so I'm going to get started with the shade that I bought the entire palette for, which is this shade right here, and that shade is called, whoa, man. That shade is called Amour. So they're pigmented, but it seems like they're more buildable than anything else. And I dig that because, like I've always said, and you guys know that I say this all the time, I would much rather start at 0 and go to 10 than start out at 10. Number one, because I'm too fucking lazy to blend. Ooh, did I just drop an F-bomb? I sure did. I'm just too damn lazy to blend. So, so this is a much lustier pink than it looked at the start. It is actually more of a purple pink, which I'm really digging. So now I'm just going to use the shade right here. Where is it? The shade right here. Just to blend around the edges to soften them up a little bit. Now I'm going to go in with this shade right here. I kind of really want to use my fingers for this shade, but I also want to see how well it performs with a brush. So I'm going to try the brush first, and then I will attempt to use my fingers. And so with the brush, it does go on well. It gives a very light wash of sparkle. But I have a feeling that with my finger, I'll get more depth of color. And I am correct. And I like that the color is there, but you can put it on as lightly, or it feels like you can really, really build a shadow. And normally I don't really like sparkly shades like this. Like these, I don't know, I call them like super metallics because like they're like really, okay. Usually I don't like those kinds of shadows because I can feel them on my lids, but like I cannot feel this at all. It's very light. Alright friends, eyes are done and this is what we look like. So I really like this eyeshadow palette. It is, the colors are really nice. They go on well. They're super pigmented. They blend very, very easily and very well. There is a fair bit of fallout with the, actually, you know what? No, I'm not even going to say that. There is a small amount of fallout with the metallic shades, or the super duper shades, like I like to call them. I will put some descriptions of the shades up here if I need to. But the shadows are like super, super pigmented. I love them. The metallics are butter, basically. And if I wore eyeshadow every day, I would be pretty hard pressed not to choose this particular eyeshadow palette daily, because I feel like, you know, the shades in there complement each other really well. The matte shades complement each other really well. And then if you just want like a little pop of, I would travel with it. If I had a life and places to go, I would definitely travel with that palette. Absolutely. I feel like I could get everything I needed out of that one palette. Plus, the color story is something that I vibe with. That is definitely my type of color story. Some of the shades in there may be a little bit too warm for me, or they looked a little bit too warm, because this shade right here, I thought it was going to be slightly warm. It turned out not to be. So, you know, we'll see what happens. Once I started blending it, it wasn't that warm anymore. Now we are going to move on to the Major Sculpt Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo. So I had gotten Deep, she's chiseled. When I went onto the website and I did like the matching thing, it had said that I should get the one that was labeled tan, but that was the only one that was out of stock, so I couldn't get it. So this contour is likely, and also the bronzer, are likely to be a bit too dark for me. Not like too dark like, oh my god, I can't use it, because we all know that's bullshit. But it wouldn't have been my first choice. So this is the cream bronzer here. And one of the things that I like about Patrick Ta's packaging in reference to his cream products, you know how when you have powders and creams, one of the major issues for me with powders and creams in the same palette is that the powder kicks up and it gets into the cream, right? However, with this brand, all of the cream products that are next to powder products have this plastic cover over it. So you can take the plastic cover off, and there you have the cream product. So this, if I tilt it back like that, it looks kind of neutral, right? But then when I go like this, it looks pretty warm. So I don't know, the description said it was like a neutral contour that mimics shadow and light, so we shall see. Let me get a brush. I reorganized everything up here yesterday, and I can't find shit. Oh, about these little profanity bombs that keep falling out of my mouth. So here's the thing, right? I am a lot more relaxed than I used to be in terms of being on medication and the anxiety subsiding significantly. So what that means is I'm not watching myself quite as much. I'm just kind of being at this point. And that's just kind of how I talk. It is what it is. If that upsets anyone, my bad, but hey, I'm not here for sponsorship. I don't do paid or sponsored content. I do content for myself and for people who want to see stuff. And if the occasional F-bomb, which I don't really use that much, by the way, if the occasional F-bomb offends you, well, I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, so cream contour. Should I dip this in there and just, or should I finger and then just, I'm a finger and then just. Okay, so Mr. Ta gave us an actual contour, not a bronzer masquerading as a contour. This is an actual contour. Yeah, it's a gray contour that is mimicking a shadow. So it's not like full on, which is why I was scared to use a brush. It's not full on, but when you turn, you will definitely see it. You see it? Because I see it. Okay, so here is the bronzer. Not bronzer, here's the contour. Look. Okay, look. He might be onto something. Alright, let me close this up. I really love being able to just close the damn screen. It's nice. Okay, now let's go in with the bronzer. Oh, so, okay, so this bronzer is something special. It is very hard packed. very hard pressed. There is no kick up at all, but like when you rub it, well, there's a little bit of kick up, but it's so fine I couldn't see it. It comes off. So let's see. Alright, so not the hugest fan of this bronzer. Well, okay, let me not say that. It's not true. It does give a kind of a sheen to the skin. It does give a bit of sheen to the skin, but it's very, very subtle. It's a very subtle bronzer, so you're going to have to work for it, basically. Which is not really a problem for me. I'm used to working for my bronzer. I prefer to work for my bronzer. Like I said, subtlety is the name of the game, and I really prefer to go from 0 to whatever. Alright, so this is as much as I'm going to do with the bronzer, because I think if I do anything more, I'm going to OD. Oh, I didn't give you swatches. So the bronzer is the same color as the back of my hand, and my back of my hand is significantly darker than my face, but you can see it there. And I'm assuming the cream contour is going to be the same thing. So I did go ahead and get 2 of the chiseled, is it called chiseled also? Major Headlines blush duos. I got the shade She's a Doll, and then I got the shade Do We Know Her. So Do We Know Her was an accident, because Do We Know Her is a peach shade. It's a peach combo. I thought I had gotten the other one, which is more like an orange, was supposed to be an orange. Yeah, so that's what Do We Know Her looks like. And I'm pretty sure that I could get away with the cream portion of it. Absolutely. I thought it was a coral. I thought it was a coral, but it's peach. So I might be able to get away with the cream portion of this, but I doubt that I'd be able to get away with the powder portion. But if I use the cream on the bottom, I might be able to put the powder on top and make it work. So that's the one I'm actually going to try today, even though wisdom says that I should probably try the pink because of the color scheme that I have going on my eyes. And it's not like I can send it back anyway, because I bought these things I think in like April. So, and then this is She's a Doll. These are definitely my colors. Definitely my colors. And also one of the reasons why I had chose She's a Doll is because Do We Know Her is because secondly, it was the only other color that I could identify as being reasonably cool toned. This one is definitely quite cool toned. So let me give you some swatches right quick. Alright, so this is She's a Doll here, and this is definitely that bubblegum pink that I prefer. And then this is Do We Know Her, and I might actually be able to get away with this shade. So what I'm going to do first is I am going to try, the cream blush first, and then put the powder over it on one side, and then on the other side I will try to use just the powder alone. Oh, these are pigmented as hell. Alright, so now I'm going to put the powder over it. Oh, so just for a kick of more color. Okay. Well, damn. Now let me try it on just the powder on the other side, see what happens. Is my undertone eating it? Is it eating it? So it's showing up a little bit, but for the most part, yes, my undertone is eating it. Yeah, it shows up a little, but it looks very natural. It doesn't actually kind of look like blush, really. But at least they're buildable. Alright friends, thank you so much for joining me for this little foray into Patrick Tar products that are new to no one. That was just my little intro to the brand for myself, and I guess, you know, I guess there are some people out there that aren't used to the brand yet and don't really know about the brand, but if you don't, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you do, then I still hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions that I didn't answer, or did I forget to put some information up here, you can ask them in the comment section. This is what everything looks like, and I am actually quite a fan of the brand. I will explore to see if there are other things that I would like as well. I know there's some brow products and some lip products, and I'll go ahead and try those as well. But I do really like everything that I've tried, and that is just very rare for me. And I probably will wind up trying another one of the blushes as well, the one that I actually wanted, which was the actual coral, not the peach. The cream blush with the powder blush on top of it is a good combination. I was able to get it to kind of sort of show up that way, but I want something a little bit more punchy. But other than that, everything is wonderful. I actually really do like this brand. So if you guys have any questions that I haven't answered, go ahead and ask them in the comment section below. And as usual, it's been real, it's been fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.